Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you begin your day.
A church in the Black Hills is recovering after a weekend fire. Believers Fellowship shared these pictures of the fire with KELOLAND News. Flames could be seen coming from the roof. In a post on Facebook, the church says it happened on Friday night.
The post goes on to say that the roof is gone and everything is water damaged. Yesterday's service was canceled. We've reached out to the Sturgis Volunteer Fire Department for additional information and are waiting to hear back. Stay with us for updates as they become available. Authorities in Meade County have suspended the search for a missing man. The sheriff's office says Jason Broadway was last seen in the Hereford Road area Saturday night. He left his home wearing a ball cap and boots with American flags on them.
Multiple agencies, including the Civil Air Patrol and South Dakota Highway Patrol, helped with the search. Authorities say the investigation into the case will continue. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Meade County Sheriff's Office.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Monk. Good morning, Scott.
Well, good morning, everybody. We are looking at a warmer day today as compared to what we had yesterday. We'll bring these numbers probably into the 70s to near 80 degrees. Aberdeen's forecast high at 78. If we do not hit 80 in Aberdeen today, we have it in our forecast for tomorrow. Dry and warm for everybody tomorrow. Then that will soon change as we watch that next rain chance come in Wednesday into Thursday. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. People are heading out on the lake in the Black Hills, and boat docks are getting set up across the area.
Marina owners and the Black Hills National Forest Service believe it's going to be another busy summer this year.
Everyone wants to ask, once the ice comes off, when are we pushing in the docks? But we have to wait for water levels. With the Pactola fluctuates so much, we don't want the docks to sink and we don't want them to be underwater, so we want to make a good judgment call.
The National Forest Service urges everyone to make sure their boats are clean when getting on and off the lake to help prevent spread of zebra mussels. Camp Lee Erickson allows kids to experience the great outdoors in the heart of Sioux Falls.
The camp will host the first of 5 summer sessions beginning June 5th. Staff is currently tackling a long list of projects, including clearing down trees and branches across more than 60 acres of land.
Great support from the Sioux Falls community, a lot of volunteer groups that come out and give us a hand every year, in addition to a very dedicated staff of over 100 people every summer that join us.
Camp Director Mike Murphy says more than 3,000 kids are already signed up for the summer. If you'd like to sign your kids up for one of the 5 sessions, we provided a link under this story right here on KELOLAND.com. The Sioux Falls School Board election takes place this week as voters decide who will lead the district. Election day is tomorrow. You can vote absentee through 5 o'clock today. There are 13 voting centers across the city at several community centers and churches.
KELOLAND's Carter Schmidt spoke with both candidates running for a seat on the school board. You can read his interviews with Dawn Marie Johnson and Brian Matson, as well as find a link to the voting centers on KELOLAND.com. KELOLAND Media Group will be hosting a blood drive outside our studio at 13th and Phillips in downtown Sioux Falls. It runs until 4 p.m. today, and there are still a few open appointments.
This is part of the Flying for Life blood drive, which is a friendly competition between Avera Care Flight and Sanford AirMed to see who can get the most people to donate blood.
As a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, after patches of rain this weekend, some of it heavy, Black Hills area, we had a lot of rain. Spearfish, several inches worth. Rapid City, too, picked up between 3 and 4 inches of rain. Sioux Falls, a little more variable, 1 to 2, but even around Sioux Falls, you could find less rain than that. So not everybody had soaking rain, but I think now as we look ahead, we're basically drying things down. A lot of 70s out there today, including Aberdeen, likely at least into the mid to upper 70s late in the afternoon. Sioux Falls area comes close to 70 for a high. Overnight tonight, mid-40s to around 50. Tomorrow, we're back into the 70s once again. I expect overall the weather forecast looks pretty good for outdoor activities, and we'll carry that trend into at least the first half of Wednesday. We'll see if Wednesday night we begin the trend here towards some shower and thunderstorm chances. You're looking at the radar picture today. Your rain is centered in Iowa, parts of Kansas. That stays there. I'm not concerned about that moving into KELOLAND. But I do expect by later in the week a cold front here by Wednesday. See, it's coming in there from Montana and North Dakota, and then the rain chance associated with that begins as early as Wednesday afternoon in northwest South Dakota. I do expect that front will bring at least scattered activity into Thursday morning, possibly redeveloping Thursday afternoon. That will all depend on how fast that front moves through during that time frame. So we'll continue to watch that. That's probably your biggest feature of the week. And then after that, the weather's going to cool down Friday. We're going to usher in some northwest winds. I would definitely say Friday is going to have a cooler tone to it here. We've got highs at least in the 60s, and if we end up getting some more clouds around, we may have to reduce the highs even more. So that's something we're going to be following in the week ahead here. You can see the weekend tends to recover, though, back to some pretty decent levels by Saturday afternoon into Sunday. So at this point, that's the thinking. Chance of rain may come back by day 7. Aberdeen, you're in a chance of rain too Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday night. I would say beyond that, the main thing to watch would be that high on Friday, and also the chance we might sneak in a couple of upper 30s here for lows. That's not out of the question. Certainly looking at the calendar, we're well within that range this time of year. Pierre, Central South Dakota, same idea, ramping the temperature up through midweek, and then that chance of shower and thunderstorm activity on Wednesday night into maybe early Thursday. We'll see if that front clears Pierre by that point. It may do so. And Rapid City, a good chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms Wednesday. And then we're in the 60s for highs Thursday and Friday. Check out more details with that forecast online at kettleland.com.